every rep that I talk to who's like not hitting quota, they are just letting life happen to them. They are always reactive. They're never proactive. You can throw all the excuses in there, whatever you want. But in 2025, you either will or will not achieve your goals. And that comes up to you. And that's what I need to make per month. Okay, how much do you need to make per week? How much do you need to make per day? How many surgeries would that average out to be? Holy cremoli, now you have a game plan on how to go hit quota. No one is coming to save you. Not your reps, not your managers, not your mommy, not your daddy. It's you. Welcome back to First Year in Medical Device Sales. I am your host, Jacob McLaughlin, and we are coming to you. It should be 2025 by now. We are making this right before, but the reason I wanted to make this is because I've talked to you guys kind of about what I did in 2024 and the years prior to that of like what I would do at the end of the year to get me ready for the new year. And I just wanted to come in and give you some quick encouragement for those people that are in 2025 wanting to be the best version of themselves in medical device sales, and titling this How to Have Success in Medical Device Sales in 2025. Because the number one thing I see with people that we get on calls with, that we talk to, like for example, I just talked to a guy, he's been in medical device sales for 3 years. He doesn't even make $100,000. He's never even scratched 80 grand. And he's been in for 3 years. Then what was hilarious about was he's like, well, I just keep hearing, taking old school advice from guys who still wear pagers, and I don't want to do that. And then literally got on a call with me. And then a day later was like, well, I think I'm going to just do the old school route, grind it out, and hopefully make $150K in 6 years. And I'm like, do whatever you would like to, man. Like, that's you working 80-hour plus weeks. You're the one getting married and not being able to hang out with your wife. And then you're lucky to make 150K. Go for it. Compared to, we just got one of our girls hired in 3 weeks at $125,000. Like, you do whatever your life. Again, I always tell people, my life's going to be fine. Like, we're good. The reason I'm just sitting here telling you guys is in 2025, if you want to be a rep that's actually going to make a difference in this world, and you're going to make a difference in your own life, how do you create your success in medical device sales? I wanted to give you a couple tips. Number one, this is going to be the easiest one I could just say. And again, we don't sugarcoat it with first year in because you guys are already in the industry, so you might as well get it, is actually plan. Every rep that I talk to who's like not hitting quota, they are just letting life happen to them. They are always reactive. They're never proactive. They're going to be the ones that tell you, oh, I work a 14-hour day, and they could have got everything they wanted done in 3 hours, but it took them 14 hours. Why? Because they went to this hospital and then that hospital and then this hospital and they got this call and then that one. Instead of actually planning, hey, the night before, I have to run to these 6 accounts. What would actually save me the best route and the best time to go here, have it all mapped out? Because I would do that. And there was times I had to go to Gilbert, to then the west side of Phoenix. And I would literally put 400 miles on my car in a day from all the driving. And then I realized, holy cremoli, instead of going here and then here and then here and then here and then here, I could actually just make a whole circle and go start down here and then wrap it all the way around, bam, and then I'm finishing my day. And then I'm done by 12 or 1 o'clock. That gives me the afternoon to then go do all the stuff that I needed to actually grow the territory, because that was maintenance of the territory. And so what I'm sitting here telling you guys is make a plan. Stop just letting life happen to you. In 2025, if you have a quota, it's what we always tell you. Work it backwards. All right, if you have $1 million, you need to do that by the quarter, which is $250,000. And then you need to break that up into 3 months, because there's 3 months in a quarter. Holy cremoli, what does that is? Just under 100,000. Okay, so then you have to be like, okay, it is that. And that's what I need to make per month. Okay, how much do you need to make per week? How much do you need to make per day? How many surgeries would that average out to be? Holy cremoli, now you have a game plan on how to go hit quota. Welcome to sales. If you have to hit $1,000 a day or $2,000 a day, guess what? You'll have one day you hit 0, the next day you hit 0, and the next day you hit $10,000. And holy cremoli, you're on top. You're already winning. Now, the second piece of coming with a plan is come with a plan the night before. Again, going back to, we are in med device sales, my friends. What is the guarantee that it's going to change the next day? It's 1,000%. It's always going to change. I would get 17 different fires every single day. Hey, I had this plan. I always tell people by 11 o'clock, my day changed 4 times. But if you actually have a plan, you can actually fit people in. And then you can be like, oh, here, I'll get that in when I can do this. Because it's always going to keep adding. But what I watch reps do is, again, Chinese fire drill. They're running around all the time, hair on fire. And they're like, oh my gosh, I got to go here. And oh my gosh, I got to go here. And oh my gosh, I got to do this. But if you actually showed and like split up, this is what does maintenance for my territory, AKA what keeps the territory running so we don't lose business. And then here's what would be growth. You split those two up and then be like, okay, I need to do this and I need to do this. And then you actually weigh out what's more important. Are you crushing quota or are you behind on quota, or do you need to grow quota? Can you do some of this maintenance stuff over the next 2 to 3 days, or does it have to be done right now? Same thing with the growth. Are you trying to grow? Like, does it have to be done today, or could it be pushed back a couple days or a week, right? And just being able to have a plan. Because like I said, I still get on calls like that person who's never made $100,000 after 3 years in med device sales. Every single day, they are just winging it, trying to figure it out. Like I keep telling y'all in medical device sales and in life, you just winging it, trying to figure it out won't work. I can promise you that. Let me tell you why. Let's just talk about life. Life's going great. And then holy cramoly, somebody gets in a car accident that you know, your grandma just got sick and now you had some life happen to you. Oh my gosh. Now you don't get to do it. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to go blame your circumstances and you're going to say it's because of A, B, C, D. And guess what? Nobody absolutely cares and nobody's thinking about your problems because they all have their own problems. And note, the only thing that happens is you just don't accomplish your goals and live the life that you want. No one else cares about you doing that because they're all focused about them. It's Gary Vee. No one notices the zit on your face because they all notice the zit on their own face that they're all worried about everyone else looking at. So again, you in 2025 are either going to make the decision that you're going to go take control of your life and you are going to go plan and you're going to go have these conversations with these doctors and you're going to do maintenance and you're going to actually be proactive instead of just busy. You're going to be proactive and not just reactive. You're not going to just let things happen. You're going to be actually preparing things so you can actually go make 2025 happen. And understand, there will be wrenches. There will be things that get thrown into you that you can never have. Back orders, things getting pushed off, KOL leaves your territory, whatever it is. But again, the difference that I see between the people that succeed every single year in medical device sales and in life, and those who don't, the people who understand life's going to happen and you just roll with the punches and you make it work how you need to, and the ones who just complain about the life that they never had because of all the problems they went into. And so that turns me into the number 2 piece. I wrote an article that I'm going to share on our LinkedIn about this, but I wanted to put this out there for you guys that are reps. I put it out there for the people that we work with too. Is number 2, your excuses don't serve you anymore. And what I mean by that is what I just said earlier. Every single person that I know who doesn't break into medical device sales or they are in med device sales and they don't have success. Well, my manager is bad. Well, I have a bad territory. I had all the above, and yet we still made it work. I had a manager I didn't meet for 11 months in the field, who every time I called was out taking a walk. I had a manager that wasn't very proactive, that weren't hitting quota. They called me and said, you make more money than us. I had reps getting taken out. I then took over a territory that had 3 reps 2 years prior to now. It was just me, and now I got a massive quota hit to me. I took the lowest performing territory that never had performed, and all that. We all have problems, but you either are going to make it happen or you're going to make an excuse. And let me just make this really, really clear for everyone to hear. Your excuses are valid. Your excuses are valid. You don't hit quota because you don't have a good manager. People will agree with you. You don't hit quota because you had back orders. People will agree with you. You don't hit quota or you don't achieve what you wanted in life because of whatever happened. People will agree with you. The only difference is that nobody cares though. They'll agree with you, but they don't actually care. They don't want to see you do better than them. And that's what I've learned with the top performers that I've ever worked with. We all can sit here and whine. We can all sit here and say, I had a hard childhood and I didn't have the family I wanted and all the stuff. It just hurts you. At some point, you're going to just stop and you're going to make 0 excuses and you're just going to get it done. You might be an associate sales rep and be like, my rep stinks. That might be true. So what? You're just going to stay there for another 2 years and then blame your rep why you're not where you're at and barely making ends meet and bills? Cool. Compared to we have 23-year-olds making over 6 figures because they just bet on themselves. We all have choices. You all have choices. What are you going to do with them? And so I'm just sitting here telling you, make a plan. But number 2, please get the excuses out of your life. Because again, going all these reps, well, I didn't get it because this person and this hiring manager or whatever it is comes into, SPD or what. Great. Guess what? I knew SPD was going to lose my stuff. So I brought 3 trays. So I had 1. But the rep who doesn't hit it brought 1 tray and then they blame SPD for not getting it and then they just lost the surgery. Most people, what you guys miss is most people in athletics and in sales, because they're very close together with competitiveness, is those who fail to plan will lose. If you don't prepare to win, how are you going to win? Again, going back to, I hope it works out. It ain't going to just work out. You got to make it work. You got to make it work out. So the reason I'm just saying that is for the love of the good Lord, take your excuses and just understand they are extremely valid. And you can go with somebody and you guys can go complain about those excuses together. And they will sit there and they will play their violin with you. And know what that does for your life? Goose egg. Still don't accomplish the goals. You still don't live the life you want. So what I would say is number 2, get the excuses out of here. Number 3, what could you do today that actually is going to make the biggest impact on your territory in the next 3, 6, 12 months? I've said this before on here, but it's what I did every single day because I knew every single day I needed to be proactive and I needed to do something. But if I just did compounding effect, which you can use in finances and everything else in your life, but the compounding effect, if I did something today that will help me in 3, 6, 9, 12 months, and I just keep doing that and I rack it up to Monday, I did something, Tuesday, I did something, Wednesday, I did something, Thursday and Friday and the following Monday and then following Tuesday. And then just somehow 3 to 6 months later, we went from underperforming to performing. And then went to overperforming because you just do something every single day. And the last piece of advice that I wanted to come and give you guys for how to have success in 2025 is just extreme ownership. No one is coming to save you. Not your reps, not your managers, not your mommy, not your daddy, not somebody else. It's you. You are the author of your own life. You are the person who's either going to get stuff done or they're not. One of our coaches came in here, filed bankruptcy right before she joined us in our program. And 6 weeks later, we got her hired at over 6 figures with the largest med device company in the world. And she's absolutely crushed it in this industry. Because after she filed bankruptcy, she looked hard in the mirror and she's like, look at what I've done and I need to make a big change and it's all on me. And now, 2 years later, they've bought multiple properties. They have a great life and it's freaking awesome to see. But it's because she took extreme ownership. Why I'm here is ownership. Just remember, your life is because of you. You might not be able to control what happens to you, but you get to control how you react to them. You control if you stay in those work relationships or if you stay in that job or if you stay there. If you want to just sit there and continue to complain, do that. But it ain't serving you and it ain't helping you. And once you realize like, hey, maybe my rep's not the best, maybe my manager's not the best, maybe all this stuff, that's great. But guess what? Go get around people who can help you. Go get around people who have been able to have success. Maybe that means you just hire somebody to help mentor you, coach you, go through that process. That doesn't mean you leave the company, but maybe you need some extra help. Because again, going back to what I see, especially in the first year with associate reps, is they go talk and they're underneath a rep who's not even performing. And so now your coach and the person you're learning from doesn't even hit 100%. And they don't know how to. And then that's how you learn. And then you're like, how am I supposed to go figure out how to hit 100%? It's hard if you don't know what you do. So what I would just sit here and tell you is just to understand extreme ownership. 2025 is going to play out the way it's supposed to play out. But what's either going to happen, and I just need everyone to hear me for one moment. In 2025, you will either achieve all of your goals or you will not. You can throw all the excuses in there, whatever you want. But in 2025, you either will or will not achieve your goals. And that comes up to you. That comes down to, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to take your emotions out? And are you willing to learn skills? Are you willing to get it better? And like, are you willing to actually invest in yourself? Because everybody talks about the S&P 500, Bitcoin and crypto and all the stuff, real estate. But like Alex Hormozi says, what about the S&P me? What are you doing to invest in you and your skill sets and the things that you can bring? Because what people miss is you can go put it into a stock and hopefully it compounds maybe 10% every year. And holy moly, if you had $1,000, you made $100 in 1 year, which you guys could go make in a day if you knew another skill. But the reason I'm sitting here telling you guys is, what about the S&P me? The reason I'm sitting here is because I spent thousands of dollars and learned and tried to get skill sets of how to talk better, how to sell better, how to like prepare better, how to do all these things so you can get where you want to go. So I'm just hoping to tell you in 2025 in medical device sales, you can have the most success. But what you guys will always hear me say, There's so much beyond just like, do you know your product? That's a given. You need to know your product. Do you know your competitor's product? Do you know how you can place value? Do you know how you can continue to show? You can go listen to all those podcasts. We've talked about it. But in 2025, you want to have success in medical device sales? Can you actually continue to commit, prepare, plan, show up, and take all the excuses out and take extreme ownership of where your life is and where it's going? Because that's the only thing that matters. Because like I said, you can blame the company, you can blame your manager, you can blame your reps, you can blame your territory, you can blame the patients, you can blame the hospital, you can blame everything you want to. And every time it will be valid and people will agree with you. The only difference is it gets you 0 places in life and will not improve your life if you do that. Hope this was helpful. Go crush 2025, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.